somebody should eventually buy me a filter from my brain to my mouth.
Those,
Sure. I don't think it'd stay attached.
those don't work against electric horrors like yourself. Okay. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again for the Monsters of Gaming. I, of course, am Kaius. You can't find where I put my iPad K. I'm here as Necro Nick.
Hello.
And grandstanding back there on his exercise bike, awesome as he is always, Juggernaut Jared.
Hey.
Also, tiny
What's
little
that?
bear. Yep. He's definitely growing a good one. Little bear who will not stop forcing himself on the camera. And Mama Bear. Hello! So, just as the title says, this is just a live stream. We had nothing prepared, nothing ready. Our game options were too various.
They have time frames.
And
We'll find something to do.
and nobody wants to go with me on a rafting trip.
What?
Yeah, I asked a bunch of my friends if they wanted to go with me on a rafting trip, and they were like, no.
I would.
It's
Why didn't you ask me?
a very specific location.
Air Pulse?
No, that would be fun though. Try to paddle faster. If we don't, we go over the falls.
Good thing most people wouldn't do that. I would.
Well, last time I was near this area, I heard a strange banjo music.
Louisiana?
Perhaps.
Georgia.
West Virginia?
Oh, yeah, it's been a while since I was rafting. That sucks. I should do more rafting. I should do more canoeing too.
I
Perhaps.
thought canoeing. I never did whitewater rafting.
Should be more active, period.
I know I should.
I'll be going this year coming up.
Well, I'll tell you this. When I was rafting back in the day, there were 5 categories of rafting. And the highest I was up was I was on a category 4 the one time and nearly went under an eddy. In case you guys don't know, an eddy is a water feature, which is basically a really bad whirlpool that you can barely see from a distance. And there are people that go down category 5, which is basically, hey, in case you were wondering, your raft will at one point either be 15 feet above water level or 15 feet below water level.
Have fun.
Yeah. So, the topic we were given for a possibility was from our friend Juggernaut. We were going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons. So, I'd like to start with Juggernaut's key question, which was, how do we design characters for our Dungeons and Dragons campaigns? Well, first of all, if you want to be one of those people who plays with the initial characters, fighters, bards, barbarians, etc., you can be that way. There's nothing right nor wrong about that particular way of playing the game. Okay? Oh, hang on.
But if you want to have more fun, you go to D&D Wiki.
There's plenty of D&Ds out there. D&D Wiki happens to be one of them. Give me one second, guys. I seem to have lost. Oh, there we go.
What?
Are you mocking me?
Nope.
Oh, that was just bopping my head.
There's D and.
It's like that bobblehead in the band from last week.
There's dwiki.com, and there's, of course, dnd-wiki.org. And those are the sites that we use, where people have literally made, I'd say, hundreds of different classes, thousands of feats, dozens of spells.
They are what you consider homebrewed.
Perfectly legal. Much like the cone of melted butter. Which, I swear, if we do get the ability to make shirts one day, there will be a cone of melted butter shirt. Probably have Necro casting on somebody on the front, and on the back it'll explain the spell. We.
I'm not the one that use that.
I know, but I think it'd be funnier to see you using it. Mainly because by the time we get to that point, Juggernaut will look like he's never touched butter before.
I like butter.
I like corn.
I like buttercorn occasionally.
We go onto the site and there are literally hundreds of different characters you can play as. You can play pre-made if you want, or you can make regular characters if you want. There's no problem with it. We go there and usually it's one of those things like Necro gets an idea like, I want to be able to do this. And through about the past 12, 13 years I've been using it, I kind of know a bunch of the character classes by heart. So I kind of be able to zip, zip-a-roo, and get the character built. Everything from explosive wizards to clowns with pies that explode to hookers with exploding tatas. I'm not sure if I can make one of those, but I do know that there's a hooker class with a ability called cans. How I can just bring that up on thought process, but I can't remember my damn social security number half the time. It still bothers me.
I can. And no, you cannot have it.
Give me the first three, the last four, and then the middle two.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, just the middle two then.
No.
Well, I'll just work my way up. Eventually I'll get all.
No.
What?
Are you a scammer?
No.
I asked him if he was a scammer.
No, but I like to have information on people really badly. I'm like spy level information gathering.
1.5 miles.
Nice. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks. And how my size killing me.
Whoa. Little bits, buddy. Little bits.
Yeah.
As I told Juggernaut yesterday, it will take time to build up those muscles that you haven't used in a while.
Well, me and Molly were talking about hitting up a gym. We were going to go get a gym membership. And she's like, you're not allowed to work out like you did when you were in the service. I'm like, no. My buddy Vorgo, rest his soul, he's a good guy, he's still alive. But he hurt himself real bad. He went for a surgery on his back. And then he waited for the approximate time. They told him wait 6 months before he does anything, and he waited a whole 6 weeks. Then he went to the gym, and he'd been off working out for about 2 months prior because of his back, and I'd add additional, 3 weeks on top of that or whatever. And he decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rack up myself with a 380-pound deadlift.
No!
Well, that's what everyone would have said. That's not what Fargo did. 2 separate levels of intelligence working there. It went up, he heard a strange popping sound, and he woke up in the hospital. Again. With a very angry wife.
Largo this with love. He is a fucking dumbass, and next time he tries it, I'll kick him in the fucking kneecap.
It was 4 years ago, son, and it hasn't been recent, but he did that. I straight up told Mom that I'd start off small and I'd just work my way up, but
I actually have a story about the gym. I think it was like a year ago, give or take.
Ooh, more recent.
He actually said just I go to the gym with him because it's like only $10 if I'm a guest with him or something like that, 10 or $15. And I think he pays like 100 and some odd a year or something like that.
Okay.
But it's like a smaller gym and everything like that. It's out of a church up in Pardeesville.
Okay.
You might know the church I'm talking about, Joe. I'm not sure.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay. And then he was like, no, I guess he lifts about 300 with his legs, or a little over 300. And he didn't see me, well, he didn't see me move it. And he's like, are you lifting the same way I am? I did. I said, no, I moved it. I didn't tell him I moved it upward to 400 plus pounds.
Oh!
And my I did with ease, even though I haven't worked out before then, like 15 years.
Mhm.
But again, my legs are built like fucking gods as I get older.
Well, you and me both have that advantage. Mom Bear does too.
I mean, people are feeling my, now I can flex my left one better than I can my right one, but they're still both same strength. It's just my left one's a little bit more toned when flexing, and you can actually feel the reverse heart
Okay.
from gas.
That's what I was understanding. His wife didn't like it.
Jug.
Yeah, no, the boys like that stuff, though.
I kid.
Just a reminder, though, tonight is still doing live streams for a charity event. Our charity event is, of course, to get rid of type 1 diabetes. As you guys will see in the side chat, not only has Juggernaut said that his, or has not only has Juggernaut set the account goal over the account.
English, motherfucker, do you speak?
Apparently not right.
Our goal for this fundraiser is $100. If you cannot donate, if you can
Subscribe.
share, subscribe, and the notification bell.
No. Or at least just leave a message behind. We're good with those.
It'll also spread the donation throughout your social medias or whatnot, and maybe pick up some people that can donate, or leave good messages, or share their stories about the disease.
Also, just do not.
Disease? I'm not sure.
It is considered. It's considered a disease, yes, with no cure. So
I mean, you have viruses, diseases. There's so many different subcategories. I'm not sure.
I know. It's like high blood pressure is considered both a disease and also a hereditary condition. It can be cured. It can never be solved. But if you guys could at least put a like to it, or maybe shoot a message. You don't need to like, subscribe, share, notify. Unlike certain people who wrote it.
But come on, like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell for us. Come on, 500 subscribers in Kaiju wears a dress.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember that.
You already said that, Kaiju.
I remember that. I'm sorry.
What happens after he puts on that dress will stay off camera. I'm sure I'll have fun.
Oh my God! No! No!
Wow!
No!
That's going straight up on
And if we added another 200 subs, I'm pretty sure Kaiju would have had makeup on.
I thought I was going to already have makeup on. I was going to have the wife do that.
I was going to be in makeup with that.
I'll in fact, 500 subscribers. Not only that, but I'll do whatever game you guys want me to do while dressed that way.
You know,
Oh,
really
I want
should
to
have
do
that
off camera.
With a clean shaved face.
Ooh, clean shaved face, yay.
hey Mama Bear, I'm going to send you a message with the games that I would choose for Kaiju to play.
Oh, no, this is a subscriber's choice, young man.
What? He's a subscriber.
He's also one of the guys who opened the whole channel with me, so nah, he's disqualified.
I'm a subscriber.
Okay, you're not disqualified yet. In another 2 or 3 years, though, yeah.
Trish is a subscriber.
Oh, please stop. Anyway,
Rebel. Sub.
some rebel been to this channel longer than you have, sweetie.
Don't care.
So I sent it to you via Facebook Messenger, Mama Bear.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I won't do heels though. They're hard to walk
Too
in.
tall.
I can walk in heels.
Too tall.
No, I can actually do it really well. It makes my butt look good though.
Oh, okay, I see.
Actually, the last time I was walking in heels, I was walking with my one friend and she goes, "You're doing an amazing job." I go, "Yeah, thanks." And then as soon as I said it, I swear, the second I said that word, both heels just bent inwards when I hit the floor. But yeah, so Necro will be joining us in December, where we will begin the arduous journey that is the mind of Necro Nick. He will be. Subliminal has put his turn down, and now Necro is putting his turn forward. So you will get to see what such wonderful sights and sounds as whatever Necro has planned for us. Hopefully this does not involve horrible X-rated encounters or something like that, because that's a different story right there. Anyway, I'm alive again. I'm not.
He definitely seems like he's healthier than he has in the past 2 days.
I'm still having issues. I am extremely tired for some strange reason, and my eyes look like I haven't slept in days.
Well, hurling will do that to you.
Well, yeah, but last night I spent the entire night finding out what my bile tasted like. Not good. Also, by the way, when you puke up Jello, it comes in basically the same form. Cannibal! Cannibal! Oh, those are great. Ooh, the gummy clusters, those are amazing.
They are frosty gummy clusters.
Frosty?
They are Christmas themed ones.
Oh, nice.
So they are red, a green, and white
Colors.
nerves around the gummy thingy. And I will tell you, I think they taste better than the normal ones.
That's okay. That's good. That's good.
I also got a big bag of them.
I also got a big bag of them.
Well, not that, but this comes with smaller bags of nerds, nerds gummy clusters original, and big chewy nerds.
Nice. So you're in for your sugar high this month, huh?
Oh, if that wasn't even half the candy I have. I also have a Abominable Snowman from Charlie, because they were Christmas themed as well, and I never saw them before. I also got a bag of Mike and Egg's Make a Mix, and then a bag of the Sour Make a Mix. I also got, I think, over here, this, from...
for those of you who are curious,
Apple Harvest.
For those of you who are curious, Necro Nick was trick-or-treating as Raggedy Ann.
No, I just find that he didn't know.
Well, he was mistaken for Annabelle because how short he is. So, now, if it makes...
serious, no, I actually do suffer from the type 1 diabetes, which it makes my blood sugar low, so they can all help me. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
It turns out that, by the way, Necro is not the shortest member of the Modern Sisters game. No. In fact, Mama Bear Maxine is not the shortest member of the Modern Sisters game. That's right. One of the original founders is the shortest member of the Modern Sisters Gaming. No, I'm sorry. Technically, he hasn't been inaugurated, but my son is the shortest member of the Monsters Gaming. But next one on top of that would be Reaper Rose. Whom, by the way, congratulations, Reaper, on going and getting your teeth fixed. You're going to look amazing.
Congrats!
She finally went in. Huh?
Yes, congratulations.
Yep. Mom Bear was surprised to see her with her adjustment to her teeth, and Mom Bear was like, "But she always had great teeth." I go, "No, a lot of her teeth were off, but she can get fixed." And I've had full belief that she will, or she'll die trying. And that's right, folks. If she pops out those braces early, I'll shoot her. Just kidding. Maybe.
Yeah, I can't promise anything.
But yeah, back onto a different subject. I have a subject of kind of a strange proportion. So, have you guys ever heard of this sport known as NASCAR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's a sport that does not involve sports ball.
No, it requires a vehicle.
Yes, driving around the track in one direction very quickly for about 6 or 7 hours.
No, it's like 3 to 4 hours. And there are tracks that you go more than one direction.
No.
Watkins Glen.
Wait, they still even use Watkins Glen?
He's making a left turn.
That is one of their, they use that one as like towards the end of regular season, and then they actually use the Roll Bowl, which is one of the older ones too, as one of their playoff tracks.
Uh-huh.
But well, this actually has to go to
I
do
think
with.
they're up to 6 right now that are road courses right now that they have all the time in rotation.
Okay.
Including the new one that they had about 2 to 4 years ago, and it's the Chicago Street Race, where they're actually racing around Chicago streets.
And how many of them are getting chased by police officers?
Apparently, I did not know this, but Chicago actually shuts it down, like multiple of their streets down several times a year for both F1 and NASCAR.
And riots.
I want to see that. I want to see there be a NASCAR race where the driver gets chased by the police.
That would be funny.
Well, this actually has to go more to my term I was starting to say before it got drastically taken over by the crew here.
Sorry. I am a NASCAR aficionado here.
Are you talking about the pit crew Kaiju?
No, I'm talking about the Nick crew.
Yeah, the pit crew.
No. So, now have you ever heard of this game called Need for Speed?
No, never. Not once in my life. I love the fun.
It's a street racing game that involves quick turns and going from point A to point B as quickly as you can go.
Yes.
So,
And drifting tracks, drag tracks, sprint tracks, one-on-one. I never played the game. I don't know what I'm talking about.
what I was thinking of is, since there's all these people out there that like to do these dangerous street races and stuff like that, but they're afraid to get caught by the police, I have an idea of, we start making tracks like Need for Speed. You're told, hey, this is what the track's going to be. It's going to consist of you going from point A to point B as fast as you can for X number of laps. However, what we do is each one of these tracks has multiple off turns that they can set up, that they can change. It's kind of like a Mario Kart kind of deal.
Okay.
More like shortcuts that they... Well, some of them do have them in some of the games, but not all the games. But yeah, they're called short tracks that will give you a slight advantage over the competition if you take them. Oh, but also could be more deadly pending.
Well, what I was getting at is, let's just say that this one track, let's just say that we'll use Hazleton as an example because you guys both know. Okay? We'll say that the normal racetrack goes up Church Street. Nice launch at the top, by the way. That's scary to me right there. Hit that top too fast and go airborne. All right.
Top of cyber.
And we make that track 1. Then we have one that goes through Broad Street. They call that track 2, track 3, track 4. But they're all considered the Hazleton course. So you can't go and practice constantly, or you can't look at them constantly because you don't know which course you're going to get.
Right.
Now, of course, we build these courses away from the cities, but there's two key differences. One.
Wait. Hang on. Do we still keep all the potholes?
No, that's a threat. No, what do we do is...
That's not legitimately Hazleton
No, it's not supposed to. I'm just using that as an example, good sir. Because I was using that as an example.
If you guys don't know, our state flower here is the fucking traffic code.
Might as well be. No, what I'm talking about is like
Making
basically
a replica of those streets, right?
yes. Basically, you get to be on a NASCAR. It'd be like driving down NASCAR, but for street drivers and speed drivers. People who want to actually train their skills.
Right.
But there are two differences. I like these. There's two differences. Difference one is there's also a few. We throw in a few celebrity or professional drivers, and we let them ghost onto the field. You know, just let them race. Consider them the MOX vehicles. Plus, of course, you can set your vehicle up however you want to set it up. So put a NOS if you want, good turning, good slow turning, whatever you want, go for it too. But number two comes my favorite part. So, about 2/3 of the way through the race, we open up police chutes. And they start chasing yours. And if they pit maneuver your car, you're out of the race.
We have spike strips and net cannons.
I have not yet thought if that would be a good one or a bad one. So obviously you'd have to have some kind of bumpers on your car at all times to kind of keep the damage down.
Because now police cars have a thing on the front of their cars that they can automatically deploy and get right up underneath your back tire, and it puts a net around it.
We're not going that far.
Ah, damn it.
Now, of course, the drivers of those cars will be that particular state's professionally trained police officers, which means they aren't giving a because they'll know that these people have signed a waiver to allow you to pit maneuver them however you want to, and these cops got to blow a little steam off. So, you're given a pot, which will be split amongst the three top winners. However, for each one of you that is taken out by the cops get a cut. So now not only do you have to be a good racer, but if you start failing as a racer enough times, people are going to start getting upset with you. The winner of this whole thing not only gets a monetary prize, like the winner of all the races combined gets a monetary prize, but one of the car companies out there, like Toyota or one of those companies, can ask them to help build their dream vehicle. Doesn't have to be a racing car. They can build their dream vehicle for them.
You said vehicle, which means
yes, I know.
how bomb-proof can we make the vehicle?
It's got to be within fair limits of civilian use. He loves the camera. He's a camera, you know.
Hey, let's put it this way. As long as we can make the ends close by tree lines for Hazelton area, I think I'm going to win because I think I'm going to go with a list of Ford Raptor, and I will make sure those cops can't catch me. I'm not saying I'm getting on the road much, but...
So I believe between the shortcuts, the varying tracks, the ghost drivers, who, by the way, they will win money for themselves if they make those positions as well, and the police, I think we can get a fun sport going on.
You gotta throw in a random train here and there.
Who said that wasn't adding the random train? I like the courses to be in random locations too, so you don't know not only where they are, but what the weather's going to be that day. Which adds a whole new level of shite. Because if you've ever just driven a car in the rain,
If you've ever driven through Hazleton in the snow,
that's traps. That's traps. You've driven in rain, you know it can be a little slick, but until you've gone down a New Jersey highway with other vehicles pushing speeds of 170 plus miles per hour, and you getting in trouble because you're driving too slowly, even though you're going the speed limit. I've lived that one. You do not know just how dangerous or unhandly those streets can get. And when you're trying to get from point A to point B X number of times, suddenly...
I want NASCAR to build a track that is based on the German Autobahn.
So you want to go fast.
And have it in a state that gets a lot of snow.
So, Michigan.
Pennsylvania.
Not recently, it hasn't.
Actually, in the past 5 years, we're down comparatively.
The tri-state area.
We're up in the northern reaches.
You know what? Buffalo, fuck it.
That's got to be one of the final courses.
It's part of a awesome track.
Buffalo in the winter. Dun, dun, dun. It doesn't matter.
I love when it snows here. As far as I know, my friend, I'm one of the only motherfuckers that drifts an all-wheel drive car around snow.
Buffalo in January.
See, then you don't know if it's going to snow that day, snow the day before, or it's going to snow during. It could be one of the final fields, along with Washington State. Oh my goodness, those are some horrid roads. And Grand Prize, Alaska. What?
Florida in September. Not knowing if a hurricane is going to be hitting the coast or not.
We gotta hit it during hurricane season, just in case there is a storm. I ain't gonna race to the storm, then you ain't gonna win no money.
No, technically, if you think about it, that track down in Florida would be the hurricane escape route.
What's even worse is when you're driving down the road and suddenly you got a passenger through the window.
The only thing you have to worry about is the tires melting on the road.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're worried about. Not 4-star hurricane coming through.
Though, for how long Daytona's been around, it hasn't been hit by many hurricanes.
Nope. Ooh, how about we make Tornado Alley one of the tracks as well?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
No, they have to go from Texas all the way up to North Dakota. In Hurricane Alley. That's the entire strip.
Tornado Alley. No. We could also make it like the way out wacky races. You guys build your greatest, most technologically advanced vehicles, and we're going to go from coast to coast. And you can hit the racetracks that the regular racers use, but with your specially designed cars.
I mean, you have sand derbies in Nevada and Utah and that.
Yeah.
But they have nothing but sand.
Have you ever sat down and watched I'm talking entire season of the Red Bull games?
No.
Until you see the crud those guys go through, you ain't seen shite. So here we have the end of the ramp. The end of the ramp will launch your vehicle 250 feet into the air towards solid water below. And your position is to, once they're detached from your motorized vehicle and fly in this, it's got to weigh X number of pounds, I can't remember what the weight limit is, but it's got to weigh X number of pounds, fly safely into the water as far as you can glide. I'm sorry, how many feet?
A version of ski jumping and long jumping with a vehicle and a glider.
Right, but you can't leave the vehicle. And you also cannot be tied into the vehicle. So you're now gripping onto whatever you've made out of wire frame and cardboard. As it's 300 plus feet in the air, going straight down. Oh, no one ever gets injured at the Red Bull games. No, people get injured at the Red Bull games all the time.
He's gotta suck.
Well, they sign up to him though. They sign up to him. They waiver him and everything.
But still, terminal velocity's gotta suck.
Yeah, especially because, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, water is not soft.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I would rather fall 300 feet into a bunch of beanbag beans than fall into solid water. Because if you hit those beanbag beans, they're going to give. If you hit the water, it's going to give you broken bones and an enema.
That second part sounds like fun.
Why do I taste my spleen?
Don't quote me on this, but it's like every 100 feet you fall and hit the water, the water's density as you hit it becomes a different level of metal. A different level of mineral you're hitting. You're hitting water, and then you're hitting sand, and then you're hitting such and such. Eventually you get to the point where you're hitting steel.
Yeah.
At that point, no comprende anymore because you don't understand anything anymore.
And if you do survive...
If you do survive, you're getting crayon books for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep. But,
it's like, yeah, which would you rather do? Skydive into regular water or skydive into salt water?
Ooh. It depends. Are we talking moving or stagnant?
Moving.
More salt water, just because once you're down and you've broken all those bones, at least the salt can help embrace the wound. Help cure it a little.
Let's just hope you don't get any cuts on the way down.
So yeah, my other idea for a sporting event was, welcome to the sporting event. Rules are, you have to custom make your vehicle. The other rule is, there are no rules on what else you can put on the vehicle. So you can put paintball cannons onto the vehicle, tire grabbers, whatever you want. And you got to give it a weird, wacky name, because there's the weird, wacky races. Hanna-Barbera be damned! I'm Dick Dastardly. Is all 10? Because I think that'd be really interesting, because I've seen how intelligent some people are getting nowadays. I've also seen what 3D printers and AI can do to things, and it sounds like something that would be absolutely terrifying. You know, you can't use guns on it, but spike traps are perfectly legal. Caltrops. Tire puncturers, wheel weld traps, ink out cannons, EMP launchers.
Again, it's an EMP launcher.
Yeah, technically, it's still illegal. Potato gun. Well, maybe not the potato gun. I want to see somebody come out there with a converter car.
T-shirt cannon.
T-shirt cannon. Ow! That did kill Helen Lovejoy, though. No, it wasn't Helen Lovejoy. No, it was, Oh, no, it was Flanders' wife.
Maud
Flanders. What a name, Maud.
Sounds like a grandmother's name.
Yeah. What is it short for? Like, or is it just Maud? I mean, it sounds like a shortening to a name.
I mean, it's Maud. It's just the name Claire.
Oh yeah, but Claire is a name. Claire sounds like a name. Maud sounds like something I put into my video game to play it differently.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm at that point in my life. I heard that they're thinking of trying to make another Shrek.
Oh.
Yeah, or they're in the mix of making it or something like that.
They're making another Sharknado.
Of course they're making another Sharknado. They're going to make Sharknadoes.
And it's going to be a prequel.
Huh? Was it going to attack Christopher Columbus's boat or something?
I don't know. All I know is they're making another Sharknado. They're making another Final Destination. Even though they said this last one was their final. Which they've said that before.
Well, if you follow the whole Saw trilogy, and yes, I use the term trilogy, everything that came after the first three isn't Saw.
No.
The rules have just completely changed, and now it's just a gore fest. At least in the first three movies, there was kind of like an identity to the movie.
There was a reason behind everything.
It wasn't just, I'm going to kill you worse than he killed you. Okay? Then again, they're still making Five Nights at Freddy's movies.
They should come out with more, Willy's Wonderland.
That would be funny. I like that movie. That was a funny movie. But no, as I said, the one thing I'm really getting sick of in movies, and look, we've already completely changed subjects, by the way. I just want to point out to everybody that we are completely on a different subject now.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick and tired of Disney redoing either its movies as live versions, or, hey, this bad guy isn't quite as bad. No, they're still as bad. The Wicked Witch isn't really a Wicked Witch. Yeah, pretty sure she was trying to kill somebody in that movie. In fact, pretty sure she was trying to kill multiple people in that movie. I was watching. You don't know her. You don't know the life she lived. If you live the best life of your world, if you live the best life and decide to become a serial killer at the last moment, it still doesn't make you a good person.
Nope.
You could be saving puppies, feeding the poor, and everything like that. The second you become a serial killer, you're no longer a good person. Sorry. But he lived such a wonderful life, and he ended it in a horrible way. She didn't know. She was confused. She should have sought help.
Wicked Part 2, sponsored by BetterHelp.
So what's this movie about? It's about how the wizard used her power and tricked her into becoming an evil creature. No. She chose to be an evil creature. That's it. Did not sign a contract. Decided to be that's all it is. That's all terms of it.
The wizard used his manipulation and caused Stockholm Syndrome. Because let's face it, the wizard was the villain of that entire movie.
He is now.
Yep.
But the wizard in Wizard of Oz was a complete little bastard and con artist.
Oh yeah, but it depends on which one you watched. He gave people hope and dreams. He was still a con artist.
He still manipulated people.
It's like what was that? That recent Pixar movie where the animals were like amazing thieves. Mr. Wolf, Mr.
I just can't remember the name.
Yeah, anyway, it's like, yeah, they're such heroes. They did horrible things throughout their lives, but they should be redeemed. How much money did they steal? How much of that money was given back? They saved the world. No, they didn't. They kept a young person from collecting gold from the atmosphere with a magnet, which wouldn't have worked to begin with, by the way. Non-magnetic males. But they did it by destroying multi-million-dollar spacecrafts and space stations. Wonderful heroes. These countries are now out of money they can't get back. But hey, they saved the day by screwing everything up. Yeah.
That's why I've got a problem with a lot of these movies now. Again, topic change. So I've got a problem with a lot of these movies where they try and make the villain someone that was abusing their past, or make it look like they had a choice and they just went down the wrong path, but there's always that path to freedom. There's always that path to redemption. No, there isn't.
Nope. Unfortunately, a law is still a law in whatever country it's in. It does not change. I was watching a TV show, or I think it was a clip or something for a TV show, where a husband had diplomatic immunity, so he could get away with beating his son and putting him in the hospital. And while they were going, his wife came by and shot him to death right there. They couldn't arrest her because she has diplomatic immunity, and because of her bad.
She had diplomatic immunity. She didn't.
No, she had diplomatic immunity as well.
Huh.
So she couldn't be held responsible, and because the killing happened in the United States, she wasn't held responsible. That's true. It wouldn't have been held responsible in the United States, but when she got back to her country, her ass would be hung. It's game.
Especially if it was him that had the diplomatic immunity and she was along for the ride.
Well, if you're married into diplomatics, you get diplomatic immunity. So, like, if Juggernaut here married a princess, he would have diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, find the princess. Trying to find the princess nowadays.
I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I have grown up with the whole Disney princess idea, and I've grown up with the whole actual princess idea, and it comes down to this. No, I don't want spoiled.
Well, let's face it, and I'm going to say it. Fox, Disney owns Fox, so that means Dr. Frankenfurter is a Disney princess.
Yep.
So is Princess Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Which
so
means,
Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah, weird sort of way. So is Wonder Woman. You want to really get brass tacks on it? I mean, Doctor Doom is a Disney prince. I mean, you could
ruin people's childhood. Doesn't matter in seconds.
I am Doctor Doom. I am also a Disney prince. Oh my god. I have Disney immunity.
Wouldn't that make Thor a prince too?
And Loki.
Technically, it makes Thor and Loki princes.
Unfortunately, Odin wouldn't count because apparently Disney kings don't count. Which I don't understand. A Disney queen does not count, and a Disney king does not count, but Disney princesses and princes do. Why are you looking confused, child?
Oh, wow. Wait, that means Harley Quinn is a Disney princess.
Actually,
No, that's DC.
DC was part of Fox.
Yep.
But
technically, she's a Disney queen.
Because that would make the Joker a Disney king.
Yeah, which means he's not a Disney prince, so he's not held responsible, which means he can be killed. Excellent. We're destroying her childhood back here, by the way, just to give you guys some heads up.
Necro.
He was always called a clown prince, but now he's the clown king, I guess.
So, I have a question for both of you.
No.
For Kaiju, it would be, which are you more afraid of, heights or taxes?
What in taxes?
Heights or taxes?
Oh, I'm definitely afraid of taxes.
Necros, spiders or taxes?
Spiders.
Oh, come on, look at the Joker. He ain't fucking with the IRS.
Mess with the IRS? No, sir!
I may be
crazy.
But no one fucks with the IRS.
No, sir. Yeah, I'm not so much afraid of the IRS, but I am definitely afraid of the IRS. The IRS is scary. They do horrible things to people.
They'll throw people in jail if they're 5 cents over on their taxes, or 5 cents under on their taxes. And of course, with Capone.
Not to mention,
Capone was treated like royalty in prison.
of course he was. He was prison, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I'm getting at is like Al Capone. Oh yeah, he was a monster. But the IRS, no. They take living people's wages and decide to screw with them.
Yep.
We're gonna take money from you for what reason? Because you owe it to the government for living here. When has the government done anything good for me?
And you look at Hazleton. Look at Hazleton.
I'm looking at it.
A $10 cost, a $10 privilege of working in Hazleton tax.
Yeah?
Privilege of working in Hazleton.
You forgot about the one where you're privileged to be employed in Hazleton.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the one. Yeah, not just the one where you work for them, but also the one where you're privileged to work there.
So that's $30 right out of your pocket.
Right. Oh, they pay it back. They don't pay everything back. Trust me on that one.
Nope.
Go ahead and see how much you get taken out of your state taxes. Now see how much you get back from the state. The numbers are not the same.
I normally don't even get shit back from the state. I only get it back from federal.
Well, my wife is currently working a cushy job with the government, so it may end up well for her this year. I do not know.
It's not that cushy.
It is cushy.
No, it's not.
Why is it not cushy?
I
Is a
constantly have
contractor
to
for
deal
Fort
with
Drum.
updates and trainings that have nothing to do with me.
Hey, honey, I was in the Army. I know what that's like.
It sucks.
It's still cushier than a regular job.
At least I'm inside.
Yeah.
She lives 20 minutes. She lives like 20 minutes away from Fort Drum.
Yeah. It's fun. Let me tell you, we woke up one morning to get drilled into how to properly equip scuba gear. Because a Marine on a base hundreds of miles away from us forgot to put his respirator on properly and drowned. So we, at 10th Mountain Division, land of the frozen chosen, were forced to go through a nearly 10-hour course on how to properly wear your wetsuit and equip your respirator. Now, for someone like me who took scuba training, that wasn't so bad. But for everybody else, it was hell for 10 hours. Why? Because some idiot from a different division,
From a different brand.
from a different branch, had to be stupid. I don't think I'm saying that.
Enough crayons that day.
I don't think I'm saying that only. I know my buddy in the my buddy in the Air Force got a crash course on how to properly reload the magazine and unreload the magazine out of his M4 carbine. He worked for the cooking corps. He was a chef in the Air Force, and he was forced to take a 4-hour course on how to properly eject, load, and reattach for a rifle he was never even trained to fire. Because some schmuck down in Louisiana shot himself when he reloaded a magazine improperly.
And to be honest, this is why we have warning labels on hair dryers. Do not use while sleeping.
You know what's the worst? I love the ones that say, "Hey, you can't drive with this window blind in your window while you're driving." What level are we on?
Or my favorite on a Superman costume. This costume does not allow you to fly.
Do not put the RV in cruise control and then go take a That is in the manual. Why is that in the manual? Because some dumb schmuck hit the perfect letter of dumb, and his family sued because he was an idiot.
On a on a container of tiramisu. The warning label is on the bottom, and the warning label says, "Do not turn upside down."
How am I going to read the warning label without turning it upside down?
That's the only reason why these warning labels exist. Is because one person. One person.
Caution, do not keep your bullets in your oven. There is a caution on certain calibers that you can't keep them in your oven because some poor schmuck didn't want to leave them in his car and wanted to warm them up, so he put them in his oven to warm up, and his wife turned on the oven.
Here's your time.
And because of that, the gun manufacturer or the ammo manufacturer or whatnot got sued because of it.
And this is why we have a thing called Darwin Awards.
I want to take all the warning labels off.
Lay down.
That's why I think there's so many people living to this day. Just take the warning labels off. Just let them go.
Mm-hmm.
Just let them go.
I agree.
Do not eat Tide Pods. They are toxic. Everyone knows you can't drink Tide. It's bad for you. Some schmuck eats a Tide Pod and dies from it, and they call in the cops. I say, call the Darwin Awards.
Because our lovely president at the time said, "Hey, that's perfectly fine." Just like putting a UV lamp up your rectum to, yeah. Yes, he said it at one point.
Can I help you with something, good sir?
Mom has food.
Oh,
And this is why I leave for a future.
I don't. I say remove the warning labels. I say keep them on important things like food, drugs. I do, you know? Keep them on important things like that. But don't keep them on a wiffle ball bat. Caution will hurt if smacked with. Yes, it will. So will a 2x4. So will a chain.
Baseball bat. Metal folding chair.
You know about that. I saw one the other day that made me truly weep a little, and it was on a bottle of, I think it was on a bottle of gin or something like that. We were in the alcohol store, and on it said, "Caution: do not smack in head. Do not smash self in head."
The Twisted Tea.
Twisted Tea. Yeah, do not hit yourself in the head with this. Yeah, I know
That's what you're supposed to do to another person. Don't do it to yourself. Do it as protection.
Go watch the.
One for a moment there.
Go to YouTube and watch Master Ken, the Twisted Tea episode. Go on, Juggernaut. Sorry.
If vodka and orange juice makes a screwdriver,
Yeah.
if you add milk with magnesia to it, does that make it a Phillips screwdriver?
Hate to see what a flathead is.
It's just like,
Hexagon wrench.
would you ever drink a shot called a cement mixer?
No.
No, I would not.
Never would you.
Think I have.
I would try to avoid anything that would cause bodily harm, including something that just causes itself to go, "Hey, this is a cement mixer."
No, I think that is an actual mixed drink shot, though.
Oh.
Yes, it is. It's an actual shot. It's Bailey's Irish Cream and Lime Juice.
Yeah.
I think I've had it.
Oh, that just
You
sounds
know what
like
happens to a cream when you add acid to it, don't you?
It curdles.
It's the curdle.
it's gonna curdle. Oh, it's gonna curdle. So I had to explain to one of my friends what a trash can party is in the military, so I'd like to explain it to everybody else. So, on Saturdays, most of the military decides to drink as much alcohol as possible. Come Sunday evening, though, no alcohol can be found in the barracks. Because if one of the higher-ups comes through and catches you with it, you are going to catch it. So So usually we would have the trash can party. We would take out we sterilize it. We sterilize the trash can. Big orange bin. And we would just start dumping all the alcohol that was left into it. And then everyone would take a glass and chug it. And the first person who threw up had to clean the entire barracks. There were flavors that came out of there. Some of them were good. Not gonna lie, some of them were really good. Some of them made me see colors. And there were other ones that were so curdling that I had to hold my breath so I didn't throw up. Usually when you saw somebody coming towards you with some form of Bailey's in a canister, like, oh. But
I'd like to know, were there bottles of Bacardi 151, Everclear, and vodka mixed?
I don't know about the other two. I know we had plenty of vodka. My buddy
Bacardi 151, a.k.a. lighter fluid.
My roommate.
I drink a price.
My roommate was a lover of vodka, and my other roommate, his family made homemade vodka.
You know, it was funny. Now we have a man named K-Man in our group, right?
Indeed.
This man said, "Have you ever taken a shot of Everclear?" I said, "I'm drinking straight from the bottle." "Yeah, what's your point?" "You know that's like paint thinner." I said, "Yeah, your pussy generation won't know."
Well, I get that strange thing, like, when I'm sitting there, I talk to a friend, like, you used to eat ghost peppers. No, you didn't. I go, oh, he goes, this is such and such a pepper. It's so hot it'll burn your mouth. Just swallow the whole thing. How did you do that? I go, I'm not born a wuss.
I used to take dried Elmer's glue and eat it.
One of my favorite things as a kid to do was to cover my fingers with super glue and then rip it off.
To see if we could remove our fingerprints.
Exactly. Like, what was he vouching for me? To see if we could pull off our fingerprints.
Because the cops dared us to do it.
Yeah. Which, that happened all the time when I was growing up. I don't know what this new generation is worried about. But I grew up in a generation
why airplane glue no longer exists.
But I grew up in a generation where usually when you got into a fist fight with somebody, you guys were like friends afterwards. It was really weird like that. I didn't go to the generation where somebody kicked my arse, so I got 50 of my friends to go jump in because that would prove that I was the tougher person. It doesn't prove shite.
It proves that you're a pussy that needs to hide behind 50 other people.
Yeah. If it takes you, if it requires 15 other people to beat the crap out of somebody for you, what does it say about you?
Hey, it's like my one friend. He's like, "Okay, let's take this outside at work," joking around. I said, "Okay, I'm fine with that. I just gotta stop by my car first." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll bring a 380 to this fight."
Don't need to bring 380s in the fight.
Hey. All fair in love and war.
Back to when I worked at CVS, I was forced to fire one of the people that worked for another company. Sorry, not another company, but another store. And this person was pissed. This person waited outside and followed my car. And they were following real close, so I decided to go down a dirt road. And I stopped my car. They pulled behind me. He came out all rough and tough, like, "Oh, you want to fire me, huh? You want to fire me?" I came out with a baseball bat. He goes, "Yeah, I doubt you'll swing." That was the last words out of his mouth. The next words out of his mouth were a bunch of screams and pleas for mercy. I did not have mercy. You hit him with a bat, that shows you're a wuss. Now I hit him with a bat, which proves that I have a bat.
I was sitting at a bar one night, and a friend of mine that I graduated with walks in, and she had bruises all over her. This is before you and Nebra. So, because I know that if if I knew the two of you, you would have helped me dispose of the body.
Hell, disposable. Heck, we would have dug the ditch for you.
But she walks in, she sees me and sits down next to me. I see all these bruises on her. I said, well, all right, who is he and where is he located?
Yep.
She's like, no, I don't want you to hit him. I said, I'm not going to hit him. The baseball bat in my trunk will.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to hit him. No.
She reluctantly told me where he lived. I went over to where he was, pulled up the baseball bat in the back of my car, and knocked on the door with the bat. He answers the door and says, who the hell are you and what the fuck are you doing? I said, I'm here because of her. I hear that you're abusing her physically, and I hear you're abusing her mentally and emotionally. Either knock that shit off, or your kneecaps go bye-bye. He's like, you don't have the balls to, so I lightly tapped his knees with the metal baseball bat.
Lightly tapped in Juggernaut's speech is normally he probably knocked the guy off his ass into the air.
No, I didn't go for the knees. I went for behind the knees. I shot blocked his ass with the baseball bat.
And there you go! I tapped him with the bat. You did
onto a solid marble floor.
Okay.
Tapped him?
Tapped him, alright. He tapped him with that. Oh, fuck! I'll kill you!
No, I only hit the back of his knees.
Technical.
The concrete floor took out the rest of his knees. He gets up and he's like, you're a pussy for doing that. I said, I'm not a pussy for doing that. You're a pussy for beating on an innocent woman.
Yep.
Now apologize before I take this bat and shove it down your throat. He apologized. She wasn't with him after that because I made sure she had a place to stay.
It's a lot of the problems that comes with people is people have egos.
Yeah.
The problem with having an ego is they can be broken.
Look, your cousin the wrestler.
We don't talk about shotgun wedding. He was a Misters, not a Masters.
JT?
I don't. Yeah, JT. The moral of the story is be careful what you're doing because sooner or later somebody might not like what you do. If you decide that you're going to enjoy beating out your wife, just remember she has friends. She has coworkers. She has people she talks to. Eventually, it could go off to the wrong person. And then when you least expect it, a crowbar to the back of the kneecaps. Just saying.
Or to the jugular.
Yep, I'm just saying, that there are some people out there that came from my generation that don't take things like that standing down. You can act big and tough until some...
Fuck around and find out.
There was a group of they call themselves a gang up here. There was about 9 of them or something. They used to be like 2 blocks away from us. You could see them sitting outside their house all the time, acting all big and tough. We have a neighbor who's I believe he's ex-Navy, ex-Marines. What's he? Marine, an ex-Marine, and his wife got made fun of by these guys. She was just driving by, decided to hoot and holler and make fun of her while she was in her car. She drove home and told him now he's retired. He used to be a trucker and everything like that. So he comes over and asks them what they had to say. One of them decides to mouth off to him and get up to his face and go ahead, hit me. Last thing he said before he found himself unconscious into the ground. This guy did not get mad at my neighbor. He got mad at his friends because after my neighbor hit him, the friends, they didn't stick around.
Well, it was basically one hit.
But what happened was they realized that, holy crud, he doesn't think we're all tough together. Let's get out of here before we get hurt. And they left him there where he stayed in the snow. I think it was for like an hour. And then his mommy came home. All I'm saying is, you can be as tough as you want to be. Just remember, build up your muscles.
That was funny shit right there.
Learn how to fight.
And
learn how to fire a firearm.
And don't try and hustle a pair of bikers into.
And most importantly, know your targets.
Yep.
Nothing beats one of my favorite videos was a old man, a bunch of these guys, just punks off the streets. By the way, there's a difference between gang members and punks, by the way. Gang members have my respect because they've done or do things that are worth respecting. Punks, on the other hand, no. These punks got there with their little guns, and they were roughing these people up, and this one man, 80-year-old man, didn't have a clue who he was. They tried to take his money from him. They found out he was an 80-year-old, all right, with golden gloves boxing, Marine style. He f***ed them up. One of them tried to run, and the guy grabs the door and pulls it backwards so he can't run out the door, slams himself into the door, and this guy just continuously beats on him. Medal of Honor recipient. He gets away scot-free. One of these guys walks around with an oxygen tank now. One of them walks around with a permanent limp. That day they learned something very important. They f***ed around. They found out that if you don't know who you're f***ing with, it can lead to bad things.
Sun Tzu, know thy enemy.
My sister, when she was much younger, was getting picked on by a gentleman who became one of my brother's friends. My sister came home crying because this person slapped her, big old bruise on the side of her head. So next day, my brother decided to do something different. He decided to follow this kid home. He waited until this kid stepped off of the school property and onto his own property, and then he beat the shit out of him.
Sorry, it's my headset. It disconnected and then reconnected.
Oh, okay, just making sure. And we have really gone off topic, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We went from D&D to this.
Derail.
Completely derailed. And for all of those people out there who want to go make remakes of movies, but by changing all of the people's, excuse me, what's the term I'm looking for?
Gender.
Sure, gender or color or even religious beliefs and whatnot. Just name the movie something different.
Yep.
Give it a few different plot points. Because I have watched all these movies that they have done that to. I've watched them all fail.
And if you're going to remake a movie, don't do it scene for scene like the original.
No.
Because I will tell you, when Psycho came out, when the remake of Psycho came out, I thought, okay, so do something different. No, it was scene for scene remake of the original.
I mean, like a good remake, not the second one of his movies, but the first one, the Halloween by Rob Zombie.
Wasn't the first Halloween for Rob Zombie technically Halloween 1 and 2?
It was actually more of the prequel to, because it went more into his childhood, and then it ended as him as an adult.
This goes back to the same thing of them trying to make a quick buck. Like, House of a Thousand Corpses. It was a bad movie. I mean, it was a good movie, but it was a bad movie. Half the things that happened in that movie were just horrible, gut-wrenching blood fest.
I loved it.
Well, of course you loved it. But then The Devil's Rejects came out. It was not a House of a Thousand Corpses at all. It went from one of the most gruesome movies I have ever sat and watched, possibly the most gruesome movie actually, to basically a shot for shot, we already know they're dead, But it's just the retelling of how they died.
Gonna give you
What?
movies. I'm gonna give you 2 movies that I honestly thought were really good.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't think they were good. The premise could have been good. They're both Tim Burton films with Johnny Depp. One of them was Dark Shadows. When I heard they were making Dark Shadows into a movie with Johnny Depp, I'm like, cool. I hope they make it like the original TV series. No.
They failed.
It was crap.
Johnny Depp still played a good role, though.
Yeah, him and Barnabas wasn't bad. It was the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
And then they decided to make another movie based off the TV show called The Lone Ranger.
That one was a little worse.
Yes.
I was like, I don't mind the idea of them making a new Green Hornet flick.
I liked the Green Hornet movie that they came out with.
Oh, I am sure you did, Jug. I'm sure you did.
I was glad because they actually kept Black Beauty the same.
Well, yeah, but what they did is like, well, here's the original character. He had a tragic backstory, learned all these different fighting arts and everything like that, and had his partner backing him up at all times.
Mm-hmm.
In the new movie, yeah, about that. He was real trained, wasn't he? Was skilled in his fighting art, wasn't he?
To go back to Juggernaut's topic of Tim Burton.
Just ignore mine, that's fine. That's fine, ignore me.
Hey, listen, we don't want to hear about that craptastic movie of the Green Hornet. No, but another one from Tim Burton, and mind you, I'm an avid Tim Burton fan. Willy Wonka, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The one where it was just a technical nightmare.
Yeah. I don't know which way this movie is going. Where are they rolling?
And I'll give you another movie they made that was supposed to be a prequel that I really didn't like, and that was The Monsters, done by Rob Zombie.
I'll be honest with you, I never even knew it came to be. I heard rumors.
I did not watch it.
I heard
I
rumors.
watched it. And I'm sorry, for me, The Monsters will always be black and white, not colorized, like the movie was. And they never lived in the freaking 70s together. They never dated in the 70s together. That's where it was pretty much set. 60s and 70s, it was a prequel. Before they bought the house. It just stuck.
Unfortunately, throughout the more recent years, I've seen more movies that sucked than more movies that were actually good and viable. Like I said, there are certain movies I was super excited to see that have just dropped me. And then there were certain movies I was not very hyped to see that actually turned out pretty good, not gonna lie. One of them, though, is a movie that I saw with Necro Nick and Juggernaut Jared. It was based off of my favorite movie series, which, by the way, has gone on since, I believe, 1960? Or 1950, can't remember. It involves a very large creature of immense size that breathes radioactive flame. And he is known as Godzilla.
Look at Tokyo.
Now, they came out with a new movie. Now, all Godzilla flicks are always the same. Godzilla shows up, and then people talk, and then Godzilla rages, and people talk, and then Godzilla spends the last part of the movie kicking the other monster's arse up and down the street. It's true. You can watch any Godzilla movie other than the most recent ones. It has the same feel to it.
Yep.
We went to go see this new movie, and I didn't even feel bad that Juggernaut fell asleep during it. Because Juggernaut missed nothing. He woke up just in time to watch the good parts of the movie happen. Which is sad! It's so sad! He woke up with like, oh, I'm so sorry I fell asleep. Well, I missed him. I'm just like, this guy's had the worst week of his life. And then Godzilla shows up! 2-hour-long movie. Godzilla's in the movie for a grand total of 20 minutes. The movie is called Godzilla. That would be like making a movie about Willy Wonka and him not showing up to the last 10 minutes. Or Harry Potter, who shows up in a brief cameo in a movie theater walking past somebody. The movie, it says who the star of the movie is. It's Godzilla. Not the actors who play around Godzilla. They're secondary characters to Godzilla. How do you screw this up? How do you screw this up so it was right there?
Because it wasn't a Toho film. Even Toho said that movie was a disgrace.
Yeah, especially the one where the Zilla showed up. He's not considered Godzilla overseas, by the way. He's just known as Zilla. Mm-hmm. They even made a movie called Godzilla Destroys All Monsters, where Godzilla's actually shown one-hitting the monster out of nowhere. It's like, I knew I shouldn't have said that stupid reptile. It was right there. Beautiful. I'm sorry, it was Tokyo SOS. Tokyo SOS. Brilliant. Beautiful. Beautiful. But what I'm getting at is, I'm going to make a remake of this movie. Then make a remake of the movie. Don't make a reimagining of the movie. Mm-hmm. We didn't make a remake or a remaster to Final Fantasy VII. We reimagined Final Fantasy VII. It sucked. No, it was good. No, it sucked.
And I know there are people out there that will fight, that will die on that hill.
Let them die on that molehill. It'd be like if they made a new Need for Speed game, but you had to keep to the speed limit.
No!
It would be Need for Speed limit.
It's Need for Speed, but all the cars are based off of current electric cars.
Rockstar.
We're going to reinvent Grand Theft Auto, but we're going to remove the theft and the violence out of the game.
Then what's the purpose of it?
You're a taxi driver. Driving the speed limit.
There's a movie that actually was better than the TV show, Taxi.
Well, okay.
Because we souped up the vehicle.
I will fight that one because I actually grew up watching Taxi. I can be honest with you. It was a good flick, though. Don't get me wrong. It was a good flick.
Our son.
And then you have crap like the Crow.
Okay. Well, we're going to end the stream at the end of here. So what I'm just getting at is like, remake the movie. But if you're going to completely change everything in it, don't even call it the same thing. There was a movie called Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. It bombed. It bombed hard.
Evan Child is the one you want to watch.
Yeah, Evan Child is the one you want to watch. But here's the thing, though. I decided to take one of my friends who is an avid Final Fantasy player. I mean, I'm talking like big-time Final Fantasy player. And haven't watched the movie, but I wouldn't tell him the title of the movie. I told him it was just called Spirits Within. He got a little curious with certain names, like the High Wind, Bahamut, and that kind of stuff. But he never really put two and two together, and he thought it was a good movie. Until I told him its true name was Final Fantasy: Spirits Within. He did a complete 180, said the movie sucked, ruined it. Guys, just make a movie called Spirits Within. Then if it does good, you can tell everybody it's actually a Final Fantasy movie. See? Have a boxing movie about a boxer who starts winning fights and finally wins it and has a beautiful wife and everything like that. But don't tell anybody it's called Rocky. Just say The Warrior, and then say, by the way, it's a prequel to Rocky. Nobody would see that coming. Then when you get all the good reviews, you can be like, by the way, fooled you, it's a sequel to Rocky. Then let everyone make fun of it.
Then watch the critics just draw.
Or, instead of making a movie about a killer deer created by radiation and call it Bambi the Reckoning, call it something like Buck Wild and see how people react to it before you decide to name it after a children's beloved character.
Could you really call it Buck Wild? Because how many people would think it's a porno?
With how many people were getting impaled in that movie, it could have been considered one. Giggity. But yeah, I mean, if you want to make your own twist on something, just tell people it's a twist. It's your reimagining. Don't sit there and say, we're going to make it better. No, you don't know that one.
Like, I'll tell you something that was pretty good, because there once a TV show, once a movie. So I'm sure we all know the Jack Reacher movies with Tom Cruise in it.
Yeah.
Pretty decent movies, went over some of the book details, stuff like that. Pretty good movies altogether. Then you have Jack Reacher, the TV show on Prime. Now, mind you, I actually enjoyed that one as well.
Really? Well, good luck to you.
Go fuck yourself.
Continue.
Anyway, there are similarities that actually tie them together, and similarities that separate them into their own entities, and I like that.
Did you know there are similarities between the movie Taxi and the movie Twisted Metal? They both have cars. Similarities! Yay! Continue.
I think they were both good in their own equal rights.
No, there were huge differences, but continue.
I think I said my stuff.
I thought you said 2. Oh, the movie and the series. Okay, yeah. I personally think they could have made Jack Reacher a darker character. Not quite Punisher level, but...
I think the TV show did, in a sense.
We gotta understand that Reacher came along at around the same time as a certain other, you killed my dog, now I'm gonna wipe out your entire species hero.
Are you talking about the one with the last name was part of the candle?
Yeah.
Yes.
John Wick.
I mean, they came out around the same time. John Wick, amazing movie.
You killed this dog? Yep, get out. Just get out.
But where are you going? I'm moving to another country.
What's funny is actually people know the show better than they know the movies from
Well, once again,
like, dude, they came out first. The movies came out first.
Yeah, but they came out around the same time.
John Wick.
Yeah, but it was John Wick that set the movies where they were.
Right.
I mean, there were plenty of action stars and action heroes before Predator. But if you ask people around that time what was the best action movie, it was Predator.
Right.
There were plenty of great action movies around that time, but everyone looks at Predator.
When did Delta Force come out?
Delta Force or Delta Farce?
Delta Force.
That was... Do you want the original, the re-release, or the re-release?
The original.
That was like the 1960s, I think.
Okay.
It's not 70s, but...
It could be 1970s as well, yeah.
Another one I think, okay, so you have 2 Punisher movies. One I think was a good backstory, and the other one I think was a good rendition of the comic books. AKA the original Punisher movie with Tom Jane in it, yes. And then you had the Punisher 2, I think it was 4 or something? I can't remember. But I think the second one actually symbolized what the Punisher was in comic books, where the first one was like a good backstory, but not so much comic related.
Yeah, name another movie where the actor got stabbed, or one of the actors got stabbed and he kept going with an actual weapon.
Yes. That was when he was fighting the Russian in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Russian was Kevin Nash.
Yes.
Who's no
Personally, I like the Netflix series better than the movies, though.
You seem to like a lot of Netflix. I think that's it. I think we can stop this conversation with your love of Netflix.
It went from Prime to Netflix, asshole. Yeah, right. They're two different streaming services.
We all see how you are with Netflix. You can go watch the next one and fondle yourself.
I'll Netflix go with you and turn that.
Well, I'll be honest. I hate the Punisher. I hate the Punisher. But the reason I hate the Punisher comes with my military background than anything.
That's how I figured.
The Punisher is ex-Special Forces. Why would he let people know who he was? I would personally, a lot of us of the military branch would have used stealth and propaganda to make people wonder who he was. Or who they were.
Like,
I can take down everybody.
But you look at Punisher, and you see his shirt, and everyone who knows Punisher wears that shirt. You're going to look at him and go, "Hey Frank, what's up?"
And you know what covers his face?
Nope.
How many cameras is he on?
Everyone.
Explain to me how the Punisher somehow beat Spider-Man. Spider-Man! You know, the guy who could lift up a car and smash you with it with one hand while joking at you?
Yeah.
The one who can sense bullets being fired from miles away and avoid them, and somehow the Punisher beat him in a fight.
I will be honest with you. I am not a fan of Daredevil.
No. Daredevil was a good attempt at making somebody who was Batman efficient without being quite Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the concept of Daredevil because, you turn a disability into that uses his disability to his advantage.
Right, but also his weakness.
Because a lot of people do that in a normal day.
Mm-hmm.
But to the point of where he was, no, because then you were trying to create Batman, a blind Batman.
Yeah. Which is kind of the whole idea of the joke, you're blind as a bat.
And the whole thing is, the movie was decent. I'm not going to say it was good. The movie was decent. The TV show, no.
No. I feel the same thing about She-Hulk. The comic books were great. Then they put it into live action. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, if any of you are still watching or have watched this, we thank you for watching it. We're sorry. Kind of threw this all together last minute. We've just been basically complaining to each other for the past hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we thank you for watching. Hopefully, if you think about the donation drive that we're still doing, it's still in the chat log to the right. It is an amazing thing to do to send some money. We are halfway there. We're still going to be running this till
the end of November.
The end of November, which is the 30th. I'm just looking for the time. I can't remember 30 and 31 sometimes. And
30 days past September.
Do you not dare schmuck me with your rhymes, good sir. I will continue to be a forgetful bastard. And
Just remember, some months have 30 days, others have 31, how many have 28?
They all do.
They all do.
Except for February.
No, it has 28.
Only on a leap year.
But it still has 28.
They all have
Because 28 comes before 29.
Oh, sorry. And with that, folks, I personally embarrassed myself. So until next time, folks, I am, of course, the now humbled Kaiju K.
And Necro Nick.
I'm Sugar Rush Jared.
We will see you all in the future. Peace out, everybody.
And 28 days in February, all the time.
I forget my next line. What was my next line again?
Peace out,
Cheers.
Cub Scout.
Peace out, Cub Scout. Am I supposed to say peace out, Cub Scout?
Oh, cheers and cheers.
Cheers and cheers.